What's going on, guys? It's Rob from Heroes Avenue, and hashtag Restore the Snyderverse is trending right now on Twitter, so I thought it'd be the perfect time to talk about why Warner Brothers Discovery should restore the Snyderverse. And yes, I did say Warner Brothers Discovery because the merger is now complete, and we actually have a statement from President and CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, David Zaslav. He says, "Today's announcement marks an exciting milestone, not just for Warner Brothers Discovery, but for our shareholders, our distributors, our advertisers, our creative partners, and most importantly, consumers globally." And speaking of consumers, there is a very loud fan base out there who really want Warner Brothers Discovery to restore the Snyderverse, and I happen to agree with them. Been a fan for so long. It feels like we actually have some momentum today. So we ask the question once again, why should WB restore the Snyderverse? Well, first of all, I think we have to ask the question to ourselves, what does restore the Snyderverse even mean? Because what I've seen scrolling online, there's actually a few different understandings of what the hashtag actually means. Some say it means cancel all future DC plans right now and just continue as if Zack Snyder never left and make the current movies obsolete, continue with Zack's plan. That's what I've seen some people say. Others say that Zack Snyder's universe should be a completely different universe. Continue with the current plan, film those movies, but also let Zack Snyder continue his movies with the original cast. And then others say, the last group of people kind of say, weave a coherent story with the current universe, tying in Zack Snyder's universe and interchangeably using them to tell one overarching story. I think what I will settle for, and again, I'm kind of in between definitions 2 and 3, but what I would settle for is Zack coming back in whatever capacity that he wishes to come back in. And we know that Zack Snyder himself is open to changing his original plans and adapting them to whatever it is the landscape is presenting itself as right now. Because he originally had his 5-part arc for Justice League completed. He had them written down. Jeff Johns and Jim Lee helped him create those now infamous storyboards. And since then, he's gone on and done interviews and mentioned that he has changed those original plans because of the current circumstances and the current changes he's had to make for his Zack Snyder's Justice League that just dropped. So we know that Zack is very much open to adapting whatever plans he originally had. He himself has said that he has a new plan going forward if he were to go forward. But as of right now, Zack is over in Netflix creating his own Snyderverse over there. And it's really encouraging to see Netflix value him as a director and really put all their marbles into him and his creative decisions, because right now he is creating what looks to be like an epic sci-fi fantasy movie, complete with an incredible list of cast members, along with the whole Army of Thieves universe, which I'm assuming will be tied in to other spin-offs from there. And I think whatever capacity he would agree to come back in, I think is something promising. So I'm not saying he has to come back and fulfill definitions 1, 2, and 3, as I mentioned earlier. He can come back, and I would be happy with him coming back in whatever capacity that he sees fit, because you know that if he agrees to something, that we can put all of our confidence in the fact that he sees potential in it. He sees a path to tell stories that he wants to tell. There was so much story left to be desired after watching Zack Snyder's Justice League. He really expanded on the DC lore in one movie. Granted, it was a 4-hour movie, more so than any other DC movie. And I think just having Zack's vision in there in some capacity can only be good for the wider DCEU. And we already know that the DCEU is working towards a crisis event. That's something Jim Lee teased. That's something we're hearing out of the Flash leaks. And that's something that Zack even hinted at in one of his own Vero posts. I think it was close to Thanksgiving, where he posted the final crisis event in the background of one of his shots. So we know they're working towards that, and I definitely think there's room to weave more of that third option, weaving a coherent story between all the projects that are currently being put out there right now. And I think, of course, the key to that is things like the Flash movie, which is currently in its own crisis mode right now with actor Ezra Miller. But I think given the amount of time it would take to bring Zack back anyways, hopefully Ezra can get the help he needs, whatever they choose to do in that situation. I understand it completely, whether they get rid of Ezra or wait some time and allow for him to make a public apology. But anyways, DC has the characters and the room to still fix this DCEU right now. And the best part about bringing Zack back, and the number one reason why I think they should bring Zack back, is one, to quell that fan base out there, to make money off of that fan base, including myself, but also it leaves room for the fans to all come together, because currently, as I see it, you have separate fan bases, a large fan base of Zack Snyder fans out there, and the fans of the old DCEU, and the fans of the new direction of DCEU, and sub-fans within those fan bases. And if you brought Zack back, you're gonna allow all of these fans to not wish upon what would have been, but just appreciate what's here, getting all these different versions of these characters, including things like the Batman. And maybe, just maybe, potentially seeing them all in some sort of crisis event in one movie in the future. So I think it leaves rooms for fans to come together to have all of their separate Batman. If you're not a fan of Ben Affleck's Batman, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, you could have Robert Pattinson's Batman right here. And the current toxic nature of fan bases right now exists because you have one group of people that don't agree with the vision of the directors or the producers, and then you have another group of people that does. But if you had all the visions together all at once, you're just setting yourself up for a really happy fan base. There's going to be, of course, a lot of discourse amongst them about which is the best version, but at the end of the day, I think the fans will be able to appreciate all of these movies instead of being hypercritical of the movies because of what we didn't get or what got canceled in the past. So anyways, as I write this, I am going to go ahead and write my own tweet right here, hashtag restore the Snyderverse, because it is the only thing that makes sense in this current landscape that we exist in. So thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you do subscribe, like the video, share the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.